Hi everyone, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging, and today we are going to be comparing head-to-head two of my favorite drugstore foundations. The Maybelline Superstay foundation went viral a while ago, and I will say it's a great foundation, so we're going to compare that against one of my favorites, and I think a dupe for the La Mer foundation, which is so expensive. And this is the Neutrogena Hydroboost foundation. So I'm just going to take a little bit for the left side of my face here, and I'll list the colors of these down in the description box below in the first pinned comment as well. So I'm just going to go ahead with a foundation brush and dip that in to the brush. And I already put on my skincare and my sunscreen. I'll list the sunscreen I've been using down in the description box below. It is a really beautiful sunscreen with hyaluronic acid, very skin loving. Excellent SPF and good hydration. If you're like me and over 50, you might really like that one. It's from Amazon, so it's pretty affordable, and it was such a good find. So I am a less is more when it comes to foundation on mature skin. So this isn't a ton of makeup, but it evens out the complexion. This has a pretty skin-like finish. It's not overly hydrating or glowy, but it also isn't super matte and drying. So on mature skin, I like to stay away from super matte formulas because they tend to accentuate fine lines and wrinkles. I find that most people with mature skin do better with more of a natural finish, something in the light to medium family, as opposed to a really strong full coverage foundation. So I'm going to clean this brush off really good so we can do a fair comparison. So now we're going to go in with the Neutrogena. This is the Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. This does have hyaluronic acid, so I just swiped some onto my hand, and I'm going to go ahead and dip brush back in and apply that to the right side of my face. I like to start in the center and work out. Of course, you can use more if you'd like more coverage. You can build it up. These are both beautiful foundations from the drugstore, you guys. Probably two of my favorites. I would recommend these to anyone with mature skin, but I really want to get a good sense of which one I like better. This may be really hard. So let me just show you them side by side on my wrist. So this one is the Maybelline Superstay, and this one is the Neutrogena Hydroboost. I would say the Maybelline Superstay is a little thinner in consistency. It has a little more liquid texture, where the Neutrogena is a little more creamy. It's still very thin, it's not heavy. They both feel very light on the skin. They're both really pretty and give a natural finish. I could add another layer if I wanted more coverage, but I think for daytime, this is perfect. One thin coat is fine for me. I think the Maybelline side has a tiny bit more radiance than the Neutrogena side. The Neutrogena side looks a little bit more flat. So right now I'm leaning a little bit more toward the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. This does have a vitamin C derivative in it as well, so it's kind of nice to get that vitamin C in the makeup. Let me just bronze up the face and put on a little lipstick, and I will give you my final thoughts on which one of these I would lean towards. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of warmth to the face. I always feel incomplete and flat if I don't have a little bit of bronzer on. I'm loving that these days the makeup trends are leaning toward kind of soft, demure, and more natural makeup, nothing overly glam or overly made up. Now I still love a good glam makeup look, but I feel like being over 50, I'm definitely embracing a more kind of demure and natural makeup look. Not to mention it's just easier. I think sometimes when you get a little bit heavy-handed with makeup, it can age us. Of course, I think everybody should do their makeup in a way that they feel beautiful. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Strawberry Cream Blush. This is really pretty. I've been enjoying this lately. I got it recently, and it's been such a pretty color. And I must say it does last pretty well throughout the day. Now, I don't overdo it, especially on a light makeup day, but I do like to have just a little flush to my cheeks. Now, one thing I'm noticing about these foundations is right now, I don't feel like they have to be set down. You could set them down with powder, but they don't stay tacky. So for mature skin, that's ideal because you don't want to necessarily have to have a lot of products or powder on your face if you don't have to. I'm going to use the Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector. This is a peachy tone corrector, and I'm going to use it today as my concealer. This also offers a little bit of hydration under the eyes and extra SPF. The applicator is nice and cold. For years, I used the Color Science Total Eye, which I still have, but I wanted to try the Dermatology version because it is a little cheaper. So far I really like it. I definitely have a love for the Color Science. It's such a good product, but the Dermatology is really good too. I definitely need to clean this brush. Brush cleaning is one of my least favorite jobs, but this shape in particular is so nice for getting under the eyes. Fingers will do just as well. So these lashes are the Ardell 420s. I have my own lash brand that are individual lash clusters to mount under the lashes, but periodically I like just a good strip lash, and the Ardell 420s I do mount underneath the lash, and they are so pretty and so natural. Even on a no makeup day, they don't look like fake lashes. So I'm just going to wipe my lips. Recently I got these Tom Ford lip products, the liner and the lip color. They're so pretty for fall. Well, any time of year. You guys know I love a good soft neutral, but I think this is a great fall color. This combination together is like perfection. I'll list the colors down below. I can't see them without my reading glasses on. I wore this yesterday and I was really impressed how well it stayed on. I think the only drawback to Tom Ford, because it is beautiful, the products are beautiful, is of course the price. I would say it's up there with a lot of the luxury brands in terms of pricing, but look at how beautiful this lip color is. Such a gorgeous neutral in this slim packaging is so just sophisticated and pretty. I'm just going to put a little bit of tinted brow gel on. But I'm not even going to put eyeshadow on today. Just keep it very light, easy, and simple. I do want to show you really quick, you guys, a really great tight lining tip that I think is so flattering on mature eyes. So I'm going to use this dark brown. This is an Urban Decay palette, which I use quite a lot lately. But I'm going to use the dark brown and an angled brush. And I'm just gonna dip into the light brown, or dark brown rather, and instead of using an eyeliner, I'm gonna tight line with this dark brown. And it just gives the eyes extra pop without being heavy. It still looks soft, it still looks beautiful and demure and just really light and pretty. And it doesn't transfer as much to the bottom lash line like sometimes when you tightline with an eyeliner pencil, especially a creamy one. So there's the difference from one eye to the other. I'm just going to finish up this eye quick. I actually think this is easier than using a pencil as well. Using a shadow is great. It's nice and soft, and I like using the dark brown because it just seems like it's a little more forgiving. I'm going to wipe off that angled brush and just go in with this softer brown color, kind of a sandy color. It's called Bucked, and I'm only just going to give it my lower lash line just a tiny bit of definition. Ever so slight because I still want this to be soft. Using a heavy eyeliner as you age can actually start to make you look more aged. So lightening up the eyeliner, using a shadow for a liner, both of those things really do help. I'm not even going to put mascara on the lower lash line. I'm just going to leave it like this. So conclusion on these two drugstore foundations, both excellent. I'm glad I have both. I will continue to use them. I do think this one is a really nice dupe for the La Mer, and it's so much less expensive. La Mer is wonderful, but it is so pricey. I think I'm going to have to give it to the Superstay. I feel like it has a little bit more pore minimizing. I think these are actually both very similar in the way that they look on the skin. I can't tell a significant difference in the hydration. I was thinking this one might be more hydrating, and maybe throughout the day this one will look nicer. If that's the case, I'll go into the comments and let you guys know. I've used these both, and I have to say I'm kind of leaning towards the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. This one has some vitamin C derivative. This one has the hyaluronic acid. It does claim to moisturize and plump skin for 24 hours. So there may be a smidge more skin plumping, hydrating benefits with this one, but overall the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint kind of has me won over today. I'll list all the products I used on today's makeup look in the description box below and the first pinned comment, so you can always go check those out if you're interested. A huge thank you to anybody who uses my links to order. That helps me to be able to continue making content. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please be good to yourselves and to others. I'll see you in my next video.